The burden has now been placed upon me to dissertate the facts concerning Mr. Arthur Cheesecat and his family. To comprehend this tale in its fullest magnitude, I must begin with the earliest life of Mr. Cheesecat. One would not be mistaken in calling his childhood unremarkable. Arthur had as pleasant an upbringing as any among us. For at that time, the Cheesecats enjoyed a period of wealth and prosperity. It seemed that our subject's development, both physical and cerebral, was of an entirely mundane variety, and he proceeded through his university years without incident. By all reliable accounts, it was at this time that Mr. Cheesecat first made the acquaintance of his future wife. The eventual Mrs. Cheesecat was known to be quite ravishing in her youth, and it is little wonder that their courtship proceeded as expeditiously as it did. After all, the Cheesecat men had always been philanderers of the highest order. And yet, this is the point at which our subject's story took a most perfidious turn. It was Mr. Cheesecat's great misfortune to hold a degree in chiffoniering, a career recently antiquated by the advances in industry overtaking our country. He surely would have vanished to a life of impoverished obscurity, if not for a seemingly fortuitous note. Few can speak with much certainty regarding the precise details of the contract our subject entered into. The only definite facts remain that Mr. Cheesecat would go on to perpetrate countless crimes of the most diabolical and hideous variety. And so it was, after so many macabre trials, our hero was free to marry his beloved. Mr. Cheesecat's demise is as much a mystery as any other part of his existence. As it happened, police arrived one Sunday morning to find the late Mr. Arthur Cheesecat deceased in his own home. by way of a gunshot wound undoubtedly delivered by his own hand. The only note was a cryptic scrawling, unhelpful to any who have yet spoken of it. The troubling matters of both his suicide and unprecedented capacity for violence has yet to be resolved, and it has been the opinion of all those involved that it is a mystery better left to the disintegration of time.